All right. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 7 of Chronicles of PastyT. In this episode, we are going to go to Undercity. I desperately need more backspace, so we're going to try to go there, buy some bags, and then probably pick up some quests. I don't know. It depends where they are. I don't want to go to multiple areas at a time because that's kind of a pain, but we're gonna turn in these quests, and then we are going to go to Undercity. Alright. After that, we have, 3 quests to turn in? 2 quests. So we're gonna go turn those in. Almost level 10. As you can see, I'm like 5% away. So I get 85 experience from that. That's not gonna hit it, but we're super close. Let's see, do I need to sell some stuff? Yeah. Sell. Alright. As you can see, my conjured water and food has disappeared, which is fine. I'm not worried about that right now because we're pretty much just gonna head to Undercity and get some bags, so I don't really need those in my inventory.
I need to get closer. Hello.
Alright. Kill 8 wailing ancestors. Alright, look, this staff gets us 3 stamina. It's really, really good. So we're gonna go ahead and...
Victory for Solaris.
Where is that at? Oh, okay. Where is it? Oh, it's up here. Yeah, we're not gonna do that just yet. That's okay. We'll worry about that later. First thing we're going to do is we're going to go to Undercity. We're going to pick up some bags, and then we're going to go clean up the rest of these quests. Basically, I just don't want to have to worry about throwing away any gear that's trash if I don't have to. So we're going to do that. Plus, we're also going to learn cooking, so that way I can get rid of these stringy wolf meats, turn them into whatever their cooked variant is. I'm not sure exactly what that is. We're going to see about getting bags made. I should have looked up what the recipe called for, but either way, we can see if there's a tailor that wants to make bags for us. So hopefully, because that'd be cheaper than buying them outright. And then we can tip them whatever would be an appropriate tip. The rest of the stuff I'm going to throw in the bank. I may try to sell these stacks, so let me pull those away. That's close enough to a stack. But these we're going to go ahead and put in the bank. That way when we have more that we need to put in later, we sell that as a stack. So as you can see, this is the main entrance to Undercity. We'll go ahead and walk in here, and it's kind of a maze. Oh, okay, well that's kind of cool. So yeah, if you discover a new location, as you can see, barely over here, you get 85 experience is what I gained from just discovering this location. So that was enough for me to level, so that's pretty awesome. And as you can see right here, my talent tree is open up, so let me go ahead and describe that. So each class has 3 different trees that you can put your talent points into. For a mage, it's arcane, fire, and frost. And since we are going to level as a frost mage, I'm going to put all my talents into here. Now, each different row unlocks after you've put 5 points in a previous row. So what we're going to do right now, since we are pretty low level, I'm going to go ahead and go into Elemental Precision because that will allow me to have a 2% less resistance by the enemies. It's not, I don't think it's equivalent to 2% spell hit, but it does help because it decreases their ability to resist my spells. So very, very important, especially at lower levels when you don't really have a whole lot of mitigation. You do not want to have a spell resist, because it's just a waste of time and money, or not money, but time and mana. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go down here. As you can see, it's a little bit of a maze. There's an elevator. I'm probably going to miss this cycle. Oh, okay, good. I thought it killed me. Alright, so yeah. So this is kind of the underbelly. Frostwolf Emissary, that's for Alterac Valley, I believe. Yeah, Alterac Valley. So I'm neutral with them now. But basically, when I'm high enough, I can start doing AV or Alterac Valley, and that's a battleground. That one is kind of it's the most PvE version of a battleground. You have enemies like bosses that you have to kill, and there's opposing factions that want to fight you on the way. But all right, so here's my bank. As you can see, it starts off with a 24 slot bag, and then you can unlock additional bag slots for paying money. The first one's 10 silver, then I believe it's 50, and then a gold, then 10 gold, 25, and 50, or maybe a gold next. I'm not sure, but either way, it starts getting pretty expensive when you get into these. So unless you have like the definite need and resources for it, I would say hold off for now. But we're gonna go ahead and throw some stuff in there. Just those two. We're gonna put these on the auction house. We're gonna see if we can trade these linen cloths for bags, and then yeah, learn cooking with that. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into trade chat. Any tailor in Undercity to trade linen cloth for linen bags. So we'll see. I don't know how many it needs to make. I'm not a tailor, so... Oh yeah, so there's a bat handler.
What now?
Okay, so... Bat handlers are your... That's kind of where you can quickly run around. They handle the bats that kind of fly in between different areas. Alright, so we need to find the auction house. I think it's on a lower level, but I want to find the cooking person as well. So, but first thing we're going to do is I'm going to get a new... Okay, good. So he gave me another Hearthstone. You remember I threw away in the last episode because I was just completely out of room. So I made Undercity my home, which basically means that whenever I use my Hearthstone, it'll teleport me right to this guy. Very, very convenient. Eventually, I'll probably put it somewhere later because I do get the ability to teleport here at level 30, I think. I think it's level 30. Alright, so anyways, we're going to... Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to the guard. Because the guards will tell you... Let me find one. I'm just like wandering around. People are probably yelling at me. But I'm going to find a guard. They can tell you kind of where you can find different areas. So like, if I want to find the cooking trainer, I can basically ask a guard like, hey, where do I find this trainer? If you notice, we did that in Brill, but jeez, 325 gold for that staff. Eesh. Oh, okay, yeah. So there's a tip. All right, so here's an auctioneer. Basically, the auction house opens up. I have an add-on that kind of adds all this stuff on there, but basically what you can do is if you shift and click the item that you're looking for, it'll pull up, okay, this is how much all this stuff is. Wow, really? Shoot. Alright, so we're gonna try to undercut. I don't know if this is actually gonna be right, but we're gonna put it for 80 silver, because it looks like right here 20, 97, 98, 99. So if we do it at 80, somebody may buy it really quick. So we're going to do that. Each time that you make an auction, there's a deposit amount that you have to pay in order to do the auction. All right, so see, this is 50 cents. So we're going to go ahead and put 18 of them at, we'll do 38. So it costs 36 copper to list it. Whatever. All right, and light leather. All right, so obviously these people are selling it a little bit over double what you would sell it to the vendor at, and then these people it's a little bit higher. So since I have 17, I'm gonna go ahead and list it for like 20 silver. Seems like everything's more expensive on this server, which would be good for selling but bad for buying. So all right, so we're gonna look up linen bag. You can search just by typing into this window and see linen bag, three silver a piece. Not too bad. Since we have 37 silver, I'm gonna go ahead and buy 3 of them. Actually, we're just gonna look up bags, so because there might be a better, like a wool bag or something for cheaper. Silk bags. Oh yeah, this is definitely more expensive. So for example, and I don't know if the colors make a difference, but the silk bags on the server that I have most of my characters on, it would be 30 cents, or 30 silver, I'm sorry. Yeah, so rune cloth is your 14 slot. People are trying to sell them for like 6-8 gold. Oof. Alright, so I may... Okay, see, 25 silver for these as opposed to 3 silver for those. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just get the 3 silver, because... Okay, Yeah, we're just gonna pick up these 3 because that's a little expensive. You end up getting other stuff, so it's not that big of a deal. You find some, but I'm not paying 25 something silver for that. So I'm gonna buy these. As you can see, you just hit buy out, and you win the auction for the 299. All right, cool. So pick those up. Those immediately get put into your mailbox. If you mail another character something, it takes an hour for the mail to get there. But you can see this icon populated now. It says that the Horrid Oxygen City has delivered mail to my mailbox. So I'm gonna go find a mailbox, pick those up, equip those. That'll give me 18 more slots. Super handy, and at 10 silver, not a bad price. So there's a mailbox up here, right here. Okay. Oh, Frostwolf Howler. So that mount is actually what you get. I believe it's being exalted, which is the highest level of rank with the oh crap, I can't remember the people that I just talked to earlier for Alterac Valley. Basically, once you get to that, like once you're in Alterac Valley and you get exalted, then you have the ability to buy that mount. So alright, so now we have a total of 40 slots that we can put items in, which is super handy. Alright, so I need to find the cooking trainer. Let's talk to these dudes. Alright, so these are a guard. I want to find a profession trainer, and I want to find cooking. Alright, so now he's going to tell me where to go. Okay, so it was right there. So jump down here. Yeah, so Undercity it's a little, I don't know, I would say it's a little intimidating to figure out at first, but then you eventually like get used to it. Every single city is different, so it's not like you're going to automatically know, oh, okay, this is where it wasn't this, and this is where it was another. Oh yeah, undead, I forgot. So another thing that you can do is any humanoid or undead corpse you can eat, and that'll allow you to get 7% of your total health every 2 seconds for 10 seconds. So it's a quick way to get 35% of your health back. Just kind of another. I'm gonna go ahead and put that down there. Not that it's the best thing, especially when you're fighting multiple enemies. It's not like that would be a good idea to go ahead and stop what you're doing to eat while another guy's wailing on you, because it'll interrupt it and then your cooldown will go away. But it is nice to have that access to not be reliant only on food or potions to regenerate health. So kind of neat. I think arguably for Horde, the best mage overall for maximum damage is Troll, because they get Bloodlust. I might be incorrect, but I want to say Trolls get an ability that increases the haste of their spellcasting by a significant amount, and so even though that's on a cooldown, people often think that that's very, very powerful, so they would want to have that available. Alright, so the other thing we can do, so as you see, like small eggs and boar meat and stringy wolf meat are what I need in order to cook. But with the herbed baked egg, you have to buy these mild spices. So eventually I'll have to buy spices. Most every cooking skill requires spice in addition to whatever the reagent is that you would use. So not a huge deal, but something to consider. All right, so we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can auction the linen cloth. I don't know if it's gonna be good. I don't know what the price is, but we can check it out, because I'm gonna end up picking up a lot of linen cloth. So let's see. We're gonna check it. Oh, actually, we're gonna close that. All right, so it looks like you can sell it for 30, which is significant. Wait, here we go. 10. Okay, so not necessarily the best. Probably better to just level my first aid. So we're gonna just level first aid. I think at first aid level 40, I can start doing heavy linen bandages. And then basically what that means is that instead of this one giving me 66 damage, or healing that over 6 seconds, or 11 damage per second, then it'll be higher. I think it's like 100 maybe, but we'll see. So I'll go to the I'll go to the trainer and at level 40 and see if that's the level that I would learn that. If not, not a big deal. But pretty much each higher level of bandage that you can have access to is the more health that you can heal over a period of time. Alright, so we're going to do that. I'll end up selling this. Alright, let's see, level 40. I don't know if it's 40 or 50, but we'll find out. Not a big deal. But I am going to sell that. Mage Trainer is also down here, I believe. Yeah, in the Magic Quarter. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and set up a coordinate. So I'm going to go over there. A lot of times there will be class quests. So like your mage class will have a quest, and they'll point you to a certain city to learn, you know, something. You'll have to do some errands for the mage trainers, and then from there you'll get either gear or you'll be able to have access to a new spell. Like warriors, for example, they have to do a quest in order to learn defensive stance, and they have to do another quest in order to learn fury stance. And there's a really popular warrior quest, part of the Fury line, that basically you get your whirlwind axe, or there's other stuff too, but the whirlwind axe is very very important. It's a super powerful weapon for level. The earlier you can get it, the better. But it's even good at level 40 when what level the quest actually is. All right, so what is this person over here? Mage Trainer. I don't know why it's not showing up over here.
What will you require?
Oh, okay, cool. Here's the staff that gives an interlightened spirit. Badass. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up quests. I wonder if my questy is bad. Let's look. Show below. Okay. That's weird. Okay, so I don't know what that's about, but should have shown that up, but it didn't. Not a big deal. I might have to reload it or something. Control left click. Because there should be more quests that show up. Maybe not. Okay, but as you can see, like over here, there's quests, and that kind of just shows me an area like all of these quests I would have access to, and I'm not gonna go over there, but those are quests that either are available to me now or will be available to me soon. So we're going to go back and finish up the other quests that were left from Brill. Again, I really wanted to just get these bags so that I could just have more room to loot and not have to worry about actually running back to Brill or throwing away items. So this will give us a little bit more longevity. But Undercity, along with the other two capital cities, I keep saying that, Thunderbluff and Overmar, those, all have the same things. They're all going to have your class trainers. They're all going to have profession trainers, auction house, bank, all that kind of stuff. So they're all in a little bit different locations, but basically they all have the same stuff. So kind of cool. All right. Go back up. Oh, Frostwolf Emissary, that's right. So you become exalted with them, and you will get the ability to purchase that Frostwolf Howler, which I really like that. So it's gonna be hard pressed it takes a long time to get exalted with any faction. So basically, it's a lot of grinding. You have to do Alterac Valley many times. I would say hundreds. I don't know if that's accurate, but probably. It just takes forever, so it's big dedication, but I would say that if you are looking for one of the quest rewards like that Howler, very worth it, because that's the only way to get it. So you can't buy it, you can't buy rep. Basically, you just have to be part of the party that goes in there and fights the battle, and you get rep based on winning. You do get some rep on losing, but it's significantly less. You also get tokens, like when you win a think you get 3 tokens for a win and 1 for a loss. I may be wrong. It might be 1 and 0, but either way, you get tokens when you win. You get rep when you win. So it's extremely helpful to win as opposed to lose, because it takes a lot less time to grind out whatever you're looking for. And some people may argue with me, but Horde is notorious for being better or dominant at Battlegrounds. I don't know why. There's arguments that Horde has an older player base that's more organized, or they might be better suited towards like that. I don't know. Some people say that Alliance, if you play Alliance, you're playing for the story. If you're playing Horde, you're playing for, you know, PvP, that kind of stuff. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. They both have pretty immersive stories, but to each their own. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get some water and some food. But I have found that, me personally, I feel like Horde just seems to be more organized when it comes to Battlegrounds. So, you know, let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, or what your, you know, experience has been, because I know on my Alliance server, whenever people ask about, does Horde dominate the Battlegrounds, it's kind of a unanimous yes. So it's pretty painful when you're trying to grind out. This guy's gonna, yeah. When you're trying to grind out rep or tokens to turn in for gear and that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, so PvP has their own gear. It's not completely separate. Eventually they unlock new traits that are conducive for you being more equipped for PvP. Resilience is one, and that came out in, that may have come out in Burning Crusade, if not definitely Wrath of the Lich King. But resilience basically makes you take less damage from opposing players, and I think it might increase your damage to opposing players, but I know it kind of helps mitigate damage, and so if your resilience is below a certain threshold, you're much more susceptible to just getting run over by powerful players. So it's a good ability, or it's a good trait to stack, much like, you know, intellect or stamina or something like that. So, and then obviously, like, stamina is your primary trait for survivability. You have more health, it obviously takes longer to die. So it's, yeah, players are much more brutal, because like NPCs, they only have certain attacks or things that they can use to fight you with, and most of the time they're predictable. You can learn, like, this guy's gonna punch me when he gets close, so all that kind of stuff. But like a player, they have access to all of their tools, just like me, you know. So it'd be like, I don't know, somebody that has every single aspect to be able to fight you, and it does make it a lot harder. Arguably more engaging, more fun, but a lot harder, definitely. And then the other thing is, like, a lot of times there will be groups of players that run around together, and so if they come up on you, you're not only just fighting one guy at a time that you can sit there and do like I am and just beat on. They'll do interrupts, and they'll do combos, so it gets pretty excruciating. This guy's gonna kill me. Alright. Short saber, I don't need it. But yeah, I guess I could have learned that. Not a big deal. Ruined leather scrap, rabbit's foot. But yeah, PvP is a totally different beast. We may jump into that at some point, I'm not sure, but we'll try. I'll do it for the fans. Alright, let's see. Do I have to kill these guys? I do have to kill these guys. So we're going to clear. I have to get this Snapdragon from the farm. We're going to kind of clear these guys out so I can just run in and grab that. I need 8 of these bleeding horrors, and then I need, what, 8 wandering spirits. So, there we go. Collect that. Easy money. was it even for? Maybe the alchemist dude. So I have a bad habit of not reading the quests. I just basically go, okay, what do you need? And then I go get it and I turn it in. I'm like, I don't know like a lot of the lore behind why am I doing this. It's funny, there's kind of a joke with Japanese role-playing games, and the joke is like, level 1, go find a cat. Level 100, go kill God. Like, it elevates like what you're capable of and what you would need to do. And I'm not going to say this necessarily follows that, but it does kind of feel like that. I mean, as you get more powerful, you stop doing these little fetch quests like, oh, I left my rose bush unattended. Can you go prune it for me? And it'll be more like, hey, there's this super, powerful boss at the end of this dungeon that takes 40 people to run in and kill. I need you to kill him and collect his eyeball, or his head, or something like that. And then you put the head on display, and all this stuff happens. But yeah, it does kind of get that crazy. So it's funny to think about. All right, so I didn't have myself buffed, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That does make a difference. Like the armor increased by 30, so that's kind of significant at these low levels when I have like no armor. As you can see here, my armor is 124, and so 30 is like 25% increase in armor. Pretty significant. But so y'all can't see it, but it is the way that this room faces is when the sun is setting. It's on the west side. So when the sun is setting, it like shoots into the windows terribly, and I have like bad glare. Like you can't see it, but this area is like all washed out with sunlight. So, but obviously the recording doesn't capture that, so that's good. But it's pretty annoying. Yeah, we're gonna kill these guys. Ooh, so there is another rare monster. I'm gonna go ahead and get full mana. As you can see, they have 230 health. Normal guy has 176. Oh, they're also 3 levels higher, but either way, we're gonna kill them. We're gonna see what they have. Hopefully something cool. They're gonna make me work for it, aren't they? I'm gonna be dumb and just run around. Yeah, they're gonna aggro me. We are going to put a little skull so that we can follow them, because I want to know what they drop. Hopefully something cool. It'd be kind of ironic if they dropped the bag, since I just bought some, but I could resell it, not a big deal. That spell they're doing is basically the equivalent of arcane missiles. Alright, what do we got? Bard's Wolf, or Bard's Belt of the Wolf. So that's good for like rogues and druids, agility. I might be able to sell that on the auction house, so I'll put it over here. Maybe I could get 5 silver for it. I'm not sure, but either way, kind of neat that now the rare monsters are dropping items that have, stats on them. So as you can see, this item is green, which makes it uncommon. Your gray is your trash, and the gear that has the white on it, like this sturdy cloth trouser, that's common. So the uncommons, when you start seeing stats. In fact, I don't think any common gear has stats on it. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure most of it's just like base armor and some look to it. So that's kind of cool that we found that. So I'm playing on a medium population server, and I don't know what the designation is to like jump from medium to high level, but basically I'm gonna have like less people that I see, which is good and bad. It's good in the aspect of there's less competition for fighting different monsters or collecting things, but then there's obviously less people around, so if you were to look for a group or something, there might not be as many people online to, fill up a group or a guild or something like that. So not a huge deal. For the purpose of leveling this character, not going to make too much of a difference because I'm basically just going to be running solo the whole time. So in fact, it might actually make it a little bit easier. I'm sure when I need a group for a quest or a dungeon or something like that, then I'll be, wishing that I had a higher population server, but not a big deal. Alright. Let's see, how many more of these guys do I need? One more horror, 3 spirits. Okay, cool. Not too bad. Get that knocked out. Yeah, then we'll go over here and get this venom. Yeah, and then I guess we can get this book too. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a coordinate over there, just so that I can know that I need to go over there to get that, because I will probably miss that just by skimming over my map. But I believe that is the quest that is in Undercity at the Mage Trainer. So what we might do is use our Hearthstone to actually teleport back there, so we don't have to worry about running all the way back. So your Hearthstone has an hour cooldown, which means that it takes a real hour in real life in order to reset the ability to use that. And so a lot of times people, if they use a Hearthstone, it's because they want to go back to the home that they've created right before they log out. That way, you're logged out, hour passes, you log back in, you can use your Hearthstone again, not a big deal. And again, for a mage, since they have the ability to teleport, Hearthstone's not the only way for you to be able to find an inn quickly. That's kind of nice. This person. Alright, so we need one more spirit. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and mark him. I'm going to do a triangle. Kill him, then we'll go ahead and go get those, what is it? The poison? Spider venom. Okay, we'll kill this guy then. He's closer. One more hit and then we're moving on. Alright, done here. Alright, so we gotta go up here, climb the mountain. Hopefully there's a quick path up here and I don't have to run all the way around, because that would be that'd just be troublesome. Not like a deal breaker, but looks like there is a path. Maybe. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Over there are some guys that want to kill me, so that's kind of crappy, but we're just gonna run past them and hope that they don't kill me by the time I need to get to the spiders. They do. I think there's a graveyard over here, so it's not that big of a run, but obviously that's a waste of time, so we don't want to do that, especially if we're just being dumb and running right into enemies. Ooh, I do want the earth root. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and fight our way to that earth root. I think that there is a quest where I have to kill these guys, so I'll probably be back here. Honestly, it's probably after I kill these Scarlet Warriors, because these are, another set of Scarlet enemies. So we're going to worry about that. There's the Earth Root. Run over there, grab that, and then we're going to start farming spiders for their venom. So I'm curious now. Next time we go to the Undercity, I want to see how much a Black Lotus goes for, because if I can do a stack of silver leaf for 75 silver, that's insane. I wonder if the Black Lotus goes for 200 gold on the server, which if that's the case, it's going to be good if I can find one, but bad if I need one. I mean, I'm not going to be crafting anything, but that means all stuff is going to be much, much higher. Good thing I'm not a plate wearer. Arcane crystals might go for freaking 150 gold. Oof. I mean, obviously, supply and demand. So there's copper plans, like if you're a blacksmith. So we might sell that. I don't know. I don't know how the server is as far as if people want to buy that stuff. I know on the server that I have my mage on, or my other characters on, low level plans do not go for very high, just because they're very common to find, and so there's a lot of them out there. People end up driving the price down. So that one for 25 copper may end up going for like 40 copper or something. Alright. Got one of those. Enemies are getting a little bit more dangerous. But we'll get through it. I only need 3 more, so that's nice. And then we're going to slap by here, get that, and then I'll turn this quest in, and then I'll probably go to Brill to I didn't even level up my I didn't even level up my mage. I'm sorry, get new skills. There might have been something good for me to get. I don't know when you get Frost Nova, but I think it's pretty soon. Oh, that'll be huge. So, well, obviously it's not like making or breaking my ability to quest, but Frost Nova is very, very nice. Alright. So in this area, a little bit to the northeast of where I'm at, is Scarlet Monastery, and there are 4 like kind of mini dungeons within that area, and I'll show y'all. So up here, yeah, you can kind of see the name hiding, but basically this is a level 30 through level 40-ish dungeon, and a lot of people go here. There's a lot of quests that kind of bring you out here. So for Horde, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, there's a flight path right here, and there's a Zeppelin. This little area has some Zeppelins, and that's the equivalent to the Alliance boats. Basically, it's just a way for you to travel to other Zeppelin docks. But so it's pretty accessible for Horde to get to. For Alliance, it's more difficult. The closest flight path is over here in Western Plaguelands, or you have to like run all the way around. So not the easiest way to get to it, but all right. Let's do 2 more Venoms, and then we will go. Yeah, Scarlet Monastery is a huge dungeon that people go to. It's kind of a pain. It is difficult. There's a lot of tight groupings of enemies in there, and the cathedral, which is the highest level dungeon within Scarlet Monastery, there's a lot of healers. So you have to be careful about making sure that they don't go crazy and start healing all the characters that you're trying to kill, all the monsters that you're trying to kill, mobs, whatever. But so yeah, I'm gonna finish this up. Hopefully we get the other 2 pretty quickly. Might have to end this episode early. It's almost 40 minutes long. Try to get these 2, then I'll end the episode, so hopefully it's faster than getting the first 2. There we go. Alright, so hopefully last one. Let's see. But as y'all can see, I would have already filled up most of my backspace, so having those extra 18 slots. There we go. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and finish this episode right here. Eating and drinking in the middle of the field. It's like a baby picnic. I'll call it here. And we will pick right back up, going to get some more items, turning quests, and just continue on leveling. So thank you all for joining me, and we will see you in the next video.